So the Blades of Steel against a team that is new in this league. A bunch of the players have played kind of in here before on other teams and the goalie. Based on their previous results, we weren't expecting a big fight, so you can watch the results of it here. So if you're buying hockey equipment and you want to support the channel, check out the links in the description. In the US, check out the links to Pure Hockey. In Canada, check out the links to Hockey Supremacy. If you click those links and make a purchase, I get a kickback from the sale. So anything that comes back from that comes right back into the channel, so I keep making more content and doing like real reviews and stuff. I got buy gear to do a lot of the tests for it, so that costs money and it would be greatly appreciated. Otherwise, if you want to support the channel without buying anything, check out links in the description to Patreon, buy me a coffee. Everything through there comes again back into the channel, so I can make more content and doing real reviews.
Y'all ready for this?
overall, it was a pretty lax game for us. I feel bad for their goalies because he gets shelled all the time. And he, in the past, has been on like some really good teams to the point where they were always in the finals. And he's really good as well. He's older. I think he's might be mid 40s or maybe even 50s. I can't remember. Sorry, Dave, if someone ever sees this, but he's older and he's like really good still and very good and probably like one of the better goalies in the league. And his team just like, there's so much firepower in this league that he needs some help and he just can't get it. Like we're going backdoor and stuff like that and just like all the wide open shots in the slot. And if like my team's good enough that if you don't pressure them enough and if you don't get on them enough, then they're gonna light you up. So he needs help, and it's just unfortunately there's an unmatched team in here. Before this league was split into two divisions usually, and then it went to 3 for like a weird season. But now it's all in one. I kind of wish they went back to 2 divisions just because it would put some of the better teams always against better teams. But now it's like a decent change because you don't get like in rivalries almost and where stuff gets kind of dumb because you keep playing the same team over and over again. So I get it, but at the same time it's kind of like there's definitely skill discrepancies like shown in this one. So this is actually my second game of the night. The first one was that Tigers one, and then I think this one was the first one. Unfortunately, because I mentioned my GoPro crash is in the previous video, they don't have the right timestamps on them, so I'm kind of guessing on that from what I can remember. But this was one of the games where I realized, especially because I'm more tired from like playing multiple games a night, where how badly the Optik 2s are sliding now. And these do have the Opti slide and the Primo material and everything. Just after a while, it kind of gets worn out, and like the material doesn't look like it's worn out. It's almost like the coating is just worn out, and so they just kind of stick on the ice, and this ice is really bad too, so it makes it worse. I definitely noticed this year that the material and sliding has really degraded on my Optik 2 stuff. So I ended up fixing it in a certain way, and I added paint protective film from Be Vivid, and I posted about that stuff on Instagram, and it changed it a lot. I will show the footage of the difference when that happens, but it did make a huge difference, but I haven't done it yet in these videos. It happened like I think a week or 2 ago in real life, and these videos are a little bit further back than that. But I want to call out the glove positioning on here. So I did talk about this previously where I'm trying to do the higher gloves thing just because, and I caught a bunch here in that position, basically guys just shooting straight into it. And I haven't noticed at the time of this video and for a while of the people really beating me low glove when doing this, so it seemed like it was a good thing. The unfortunate side effect of that is I played against a team like about 4 days ago when I'm talking about this and filming this part of it. In this team I played against, one guy beat me low glove 3 times, the exact same spot, and I tried to adjust it, I couldn't, and it was that position just killed me. So I'm figuring it out still. We're still figuring out what happens. Depending on the league, obviously, and the speed, you can really kind of not cheat, but like you can adjust to it. But once people get so good of shots that you can't cover that spot, so we're finding a balancing act for that. Overall, like I didn't have like anything to do in this game. It was really minimal, and even if I let in like every shot I had against, basically, we still would have won. So it's kind of.
You're watching HockeyReviews.ca.